door knockers that's black wrought iron square, and they have the knocker thing in the center. And I have two like this that are bought new, and I'm gonna antique those, the black, a silver over it, and I'm gonna put those on top or above both of the pictures. And I'm doing two pictures. I bought frames that match her mirror. I can't believe I've matched them. And then I'm doing
what you know about him? What?
Dark.
What the only one he ever had.
He could be the most insulting person.
Insulting, obnoxious, domineering, irritating.
I've been working on it already.
All those favorite words.
Absolutely. It makes me tired to think about it.
Yep.
It really does. I mean, you know, such a...
So nice.
And when I was going to St. Catherine's, the boarded there, of course, and one time he called me up, and I was just, you know, I don't know what the heck was happening. Invited me out for the weekend.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
And I came, and I really did enjoy it. I mean, you know, it was nice, and everyone thought everybody was happy, and...
Was that here?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so surprising.
Now, Joe, the great big house that you were talking about.
Oh, it was back there.
Right, I know. But the Logstons lived there, and then Granddaddy and Grandmother lived behind it?
No, the Logstons lived on back the road that went to the left.
Oh, okay.
It was another couple, 3 miles, if I remember right.
So
it wasn't really close.
Okay.
They lived on a big hill.
Okay, but you mentioned this house, and then you mentioned the little house behind the barn.
Well, you and Granddaddy and Nana and whoever's there, I guess Ty and Roland, I don't know whether Rita was there at that time or not. Okay, they all lived in the big house.
Big house, okay.
Mother and Daddy lived in a little house because they leased this land from maybe it's Uncle Lusky. She says it was. I don't know. Daddy never told me it was. So that's a new one on me. But they leased the land with the understanding they would both work that farm. Okay, Daddy and all of the brothers.
Sure.
Okay. And I can imagine it didn't last very long if it was on the Oscar, because I doubt if he got Daddy mad, he wouldn't last very long at all. Please.
So how did they actually make their money, Daddy?
They made it the only way they had then. There was only 2 ways to make money, 2 real ways to make money. Everything else was barter. You either made moonshine or you sold tobacco. She's laughing, but I think I'm pretty well right.
They do both?
I didn't say Daddy did it both all the time. Daddy did do moonshining. He did run a still.
Yes, one time when I married.
But that's no reflection on Daddy. Everybody did it because that's the only way they had to make any money.
Karen, after I'd married Joe, I was sitting in the kitchen one night, and Scott came in, and he said, "Here, I got something I want you to taste." And he poured a little bit of this clear liquid into a glass and said, "You'll like this. Taste it." And I poured that up, and it was just like pouring kerosene down my throat. It was the most horrible, strong. I mean, it burnt my throat and everything, and it was moonshine that he'd made. I don't know how long he'd had it. Do you, Daddy? You know how long he'd had the moonshine?
He kept the pint hidden from Mama all the time.
He was always, teasing on us. He'd take his shoes off and pick up a chair with his toes so the kids would all get excited, But he would give me a hard way to go.
One other way
He'd pinch you with his toes. You walk by and he'd pinch you with his toes.
And
Freddie's like that. He'll do Sydney.
The only way they
get our regular
money that amounted to anything.
And all he gets is a squeal.
Chickens you had.
Creek broke.
Maybe they'll remember it one day, right? That's what they're hoping. Well, he knew better than offer me moonshine. He never did.
This is where Daddy owned 400 acres that was in one field.
He did it
at the end, like the end of this road. Now this was
was
part of the old Stagecoach Trail. Now we're going to go down here, but I'm going to tell you before you do, it's going to get to the point where you can't turn around. This is where the stagecoach, this is the actual road that the stagecoach trail was located on.